Hi,
How's
welcome.
it going?
Welcome back. We're
Yeah,
back.
welcome.
Yeah. Oh my
Welcome
God.
you, welcome me.
Welcome, 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 welcome to Illyria.
No, yeah.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Come,
Okay.
do you know? Okay, so I was actually this close. It's so funny that you sung that song because I was this close to watching that last night. Because do you know what I did watch last night?
What?
A Cinderella story.
Dead.
Do you know why? I literally watched it because I was on TikTok, like wasting my time.
Uh-huh.
And this
Like
guy
usual.
was, as usual,
As
and this
usual.
guy popped up and he was like, the best ending to any movie. He was like, fight me on it because he's like determined and he's like does this whole quote of it, and then you're supposed to like guess what the movie is at the end or whatever. And it was for A Cinderella Story. And I was like, oh man, I haven't seen that movie in forever. I literally went off TikTok and went straight to HBO Max and watched it.
Wow, TikTok is a dangerous game, man.
It really is. Yeah, it really took my night to a completely different place, but it was really exciting. I had not seen that movie in a long time, and it was better than I remembered.
Really?
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Wow.
10 out of 10 recommend.
Love that.
Yeah.
Love that. It's so funny because I was literally singing Welcome, Welcome, Welcome today.
Hmm.
Um, while I was at work, which is kind of funny. You know,
Who were you
just,
saying welcome to? Because
I don't
aren't you
even
just like
know.
in a warehouse?
Yes, that's what's sad.
Just to
Yes,
your, just
Shelby.
singing it to yourself? That is a little
Yes.
sad.
Yes, I am sad. And
Does
yeah,
this
I know.
warehouse have windows? Because you might need to like stand by a window or something
No
every once in a while.
windows and no
No door.
doors. Okay, done. Done. And I
Uh,
did quote, you know what else I quoted today?
what is that? Mean Girls?
So, what's the 411?
I feel like you are quoting Mean Girls at least once every other day,
Yeah.
if not every day.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a problem for me. I quote a lot of movies. I was, like I said, I was at work today, or no, I was at work yesterday, and I was talking to one of my friends there, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm not great. Like, I know my skill set. I know what I'm good at. I know what I'm not good at. Um, like, I'm just not very fast at things. That's just not who I am. You know, I didn't know how to read until I was
Slow to
10.
warm.
Slow to warm. I didn't know how to read until I was 10. So, like, I'm just slow, okay? I know I'm slow. However, I have a fucking insane memory. And we were talking about um, the Olsen twins. And you know
Mhm.
my love for the Olsen twins.
Oh, I know.
I know. And we were talking about them, and I literally regurgitated all the information that I knew, as in, like, I knew I knew their names, obviously, it's a given. And also
Their names.
I knew their names, the year they were born and the day that they were born. And my friend was like, how do you know that? I was like,
They're born. Let me take a guess. Isn't
okay,
it? It's like early June in '88. I want to say.
that's correct. June 13th, baby.
What
They're
is it?
Geminis, baby. June
June what?
13th. June 13th.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I feel pretty proud of myself for knowing that. I don't know why I retained
Good.
that information.
Yeah, you totally should. You totally should. So, yeah, so I retain so much useless information that none of the important information stays.
Oh, I relate to that
You
hardcore.
know? Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. So,
Absolutely.
yeah, it's kind of hard for me, but you know, it is what it is. It's going to work out fine for me in the end, I think.
So side note, you're gonna be super proud of me. So something that we had talked about last week was about books, obviously,
Uh-huh.
and
Yeah,
how I collect them and don't read them. And I was telling how I
correct.
like was collecting my Audible like tokens and I haven't redeemed them. You will
Correct.
be proud to know that I not only started reading or listening to The Road Trip again, but I also read an entire book this last week.
Like, read or listened?
Listened,
Okay.
tomato, tomato.
Tomato,
Um,
tomato.
I listened to Malibu Rising, which
What's
was
Malibu Rising?
interesting. Oh, it's like the top dog on Book Talk right now. It's like above.
Oh.
Um,
Are we trusting Book Talk though? I thought we weren't trusting Book Talk's
I decided
recommendations.
to trust Book Talk on this.
Okay.
It was good. The ending was a little lackluster for my liking. Um, but it was good.
Okay.
It was good. I would recommend it. It's not at the top of my list. I really appreciate it because it like because like I obviously worked in Malibu, so she was like talking about things that I like, you know, I was around these people
Experienced.
for a long time, and like so I kind of know the Malibu area. And then she like talked briefly about like the valley, or so like I like when things like that are about, because like, oh, I know, like you know. So
When you feel connected to the book or something, it makes you happy.
yeah,
Like, yeah.
it takes
Or
place in the 80s though, so it's like obviously it's
not
like
before.
it's different, but
It's like before our time.
a little bit
So
before
like
our time.
it's like before our time. So it's like not super connected.
Yeah. Do you know what though that I don't appreciate, and I am pretty sure it was either that, I'm kind of mixing it up because a Cinderella story also takes place in the valley, and so I'm kind of mixing it up because now I just have both stories in my head. But I'm 99% sure she brings up in the book that someone talks with like a Valley Girl accent.
Mm.
And I don't know, I kind of think that's an insult because, like, obviously, I don't, like, they're so exaggerated. I feel like I've never once, have you heard a Valley Girl accent? Like, in real life, talking to somebody?
I don't think so. Not to the extent that they make it out to seem.
Yeah. Because
You
I
know
feel
what's
like,
funny though? I Go
what?
ahead. Go ahead.
I just feel like sometimes you and I say something that could be a little bit dragged out, but not to the extent that, like, like Valley Girls, put a question mark at the end and, have it really dragged out. Um,
Yes. Yeah. No. No. I agree because when people ask me like if I'm visiting somewhere,
yeah.
because my life is, I'm just like a jet setter, like I just have all these, I get invited to all these PJs and I go all around the world and I just travel. And so when people ask me where I'm from, I say I'm from California and they're like, well, where in California? And I have to say, well, I'm from like a suburb in Los Angeles. And they said, well, where? And I said, well, do you know the Valley?
Do you know the Valley?
Do you know the Valley? And everybody knows like of the Valley, as in the
Yeah, I
Valley
feel
Girl
like, well,
accent.
especially I feel like the Kardashians really put the Valley on. Like the Valley's always been a thing, but I feel like the Kardashians really
Put it
escalated
on the
that
map.
whole thing.
Yes, yes, no, but I'm not done speaking, Shelby.
Are you gonna say the Kardashians?
No. No, I'm not gonna say that. But what I do want to say is that when I'm talking to somebody new, aka usually like a guy that I think is kind of cute or like we're kind of flirting or something, I do the most obnoxious thing.
Oh no.
Yes, I do. And they say, "Oh, the Valley." And I said, "Yeah, like I'm like a total like Valley girl. Like just
Oh,
love the Valley." Yeah, I
throw
know.
up in my mouth.
I know I hate myself every time I do it, yet I'm just drunk enough to not care until I wake up the next morning like, "Ee, ee." Have you seen that
Oh.
TikTok? Have you seen that TikTok where it's like just thinking about doing work and doing nothing, and then all of a sudden that memory pops up of something you did
Mm-hmm.
years ago when you were a kid and you did this. That's
Yep.
literally that's
Yeah.
literally me every time I do the
Oh.
accent.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
I know I hate myself, but I do it every time, so I guess I don't hate myself that much.
Do you know what I think is really interesting though is that because my I don't think you were with us, but when my cousin and her husband came out from Scotland, and we went to have dinner on the beach, and in Malibu, and my dad and I were talking to them about accents because we were, and I think your mom was also talking about it with us, that like how much we love their accent and everything they say, it's just like we're swooning over their accent.
Mm,
And they were like, well, that's how we feel about your accent. And like it struck me for the first time. And this was like a few years ago, but like I kind of knew it, but never to the extent of like how we have an accent.
I know.
to other people because like I don't think I have an accent at all. But I mean, obviously we do. We all have accents, but it
Yeah,
never really occurred to me until they said it. Like, we love your accent. And we're just like, what?
I
Like,
know.
we have an accent?
Usually though, when I like talk to people or something that aren't from this country, they usually hate American accents.
Yeah, I mean, they're probably really I can't imagine it's a good accent to have.
No, I can't.
Maybe like a southern accent, like a sweet southern accent might be nice. Depending on, you know, obviously there's like certain ones where it's like, but like a sweet, like maybe Georgian accent, like that could be cute. But no, the rest of the accents, especially like a New York, like it's so rough.
Oh
Like
God, I know. Oof, no,
it's
no, no.
a gritty accent.
There's some grit there. There's some grit. California doesn't really have grit, but it's more of, I don't know what the accent would be like.
I could not classify like.
I couldn't classify it. I'm
No.
sure we could find somebody who could classify it for us very well and eloquently, but we're not going to do that. We don't have the time, and we
Yeah,
don't really
someone
care.
comment if you're watching this. Let us know what you would classify.
Any of our fans, any of our fans, just let me know.
Hey, did you see we were getting likes though on because I posted the video, like the snippet a little while ago on Instagram, and we were getting likes. I was so
We
excited.
were?
We were. My phone was like going off. I'm
Oh my
like,
God,
the
I have to
person, like,
check.
I think we got like 5 or 6, I want to say. It was just to get one, I was excited.
Oh my God, hold on, I gotta go.
I
Oh my God, we
know.
have 5.
Yeah, exciting stuff.
I don't know any of these people either.
That's what makes it even more exciting.
God, okay. Oh my God, we have fans, people. We have fucking fans. Oh my God. So cute. Okay.
Pressure's on.
Love this. Yes. So, life updates, Shelby. What's new to report?
Life updates. I finished Gossip Girl because I know we were talking about that last week.
Wow, I love that.
I sold a lot of candles. And so it took me 10 and a half hours on Sunday to package all the candles this weekend. So that's why I was like 90% done listening to that book by the time I had finished.
Holy shit.
I like listened to the entire book in like one sitting. Did that, yeah. I got hired for a casting project, so I'm currently casting
Love
film.
that. Love that.
Yeah, it actually feels like a lot's happened in this last week. Like, I just feel like we just filmed last week's episode like a few days ago. Like this week went by really quickly.
Really fast. Good for you. I'm happy for you.
Thanks. What's going on with you?
Nothing.
I love that. Love that for you.
Nothing, Shelby. I'm so glad things are happening for you because
I mean, things are happening for me in the extent of like I'm still literally home all day by myself.
Hey, you know what? I admire that.
Oh, thanks, you know.
I admire that. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Very busy. What did I do this week? Nothing. Trying to think. This weekend.
Nothing fun this weekend?
No. I mean, no, not really. No. Went to Malibu. Hung out.
We should just call this episode Malibu.
Malibu. This is Malibu. Malibu Adventures. Went to Malibu. Got a really ridiculously expensive smoothie.
Love that. Where did you get it?
Sun
Life.
That's it.
Oh my God. Yeah, that was right across the street from the theater. And so they would come and they would bring, at the end of the night, they would bring their extra bowls or whatever that were left over in exchange to go to the bathroom. And we never had the heart to tell them that they could just go to the bathroom because we for free. Because we couldn't deny anyone that came in and wanted to use the bathroom, but we just enjoyed getting free stuff. So we were like, sure.
Oh my God.
It was my favorite. I mean, I'd be getting bowls at like 11 p.m. at night. So it was like not good. But I
actually remember you would come home.
So because they would sometimes like bring her four bowls and it would just be me working by myself. And I'd be like, I guess I'm bringing home 4 bowls.
Yes, I'm going home.
It would go bad by the time because like I'd freeze them. But then like when they got, it's just never the same.
It's not the same. Yeah, I agree.
And their bowls are expensive.
I know.
Really, really expensive.
Yeah, I know.
But you know what? worth it.
So worth it. So worth it. In the valley.
God, I'm glad to see
Such a
Sunrise is
splurge.
doing so well for themselves.
Oh yeah, it's fucking busy. It was really busy when I went. And then saw my BFF for life. That's what it stands for anyway.
Yeah. Who's that?
Yeah, that would be Boy Sam.
Boy Sam, how's Boy Sam?
He's fantastic. We watched TV. We watched that new like that 3-part series, Fear Street, 1998.
How is that? I have
something.
that I have that
Honestly,
on my list of...
It's not great.
No.
I mean, it's okay. It's okay, but like,
did you guys watch all 3 parts?
We watched the first 2, or like I finished the first 2. He left after he left halfway through the second half. But it's okay.
Yeah, I have on my list of things
It's
to
more
watch.
like it's more. You know what I really want to watch though?
What?
The one with Joe Alwyn and Shannon Mindy. Did you see it?
That I almost put that on. So after I finished a Cinderella story, that was also, I was trying to decide between, but then I was like, oh, also this was like at 3 in the morning, so I was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't watch it, so I didn't start it, but maybe I will tonight. Yeah. But yeah, so maybe I'll start that tonight because I still have candles to make.
Yeah, I think you should. I haven't watched it yet, but I really want to. I started it like 10.
It looks good.
Yeah, I got 10 minutes in, but TikTok distracted me.
Oh, TikTok always does that.
TikTok is horrible, man. Like, TikTok is terrible. You know what also, I'm gonna go on a rant for a second. You know what also you know what kind of irritates me on TikTok is when like girls are talking, or just like people in general are talking, usually girls, because I get a lot of like girl stuff, and they're like, don't mind me, I know I look terrible, I know excuse my hair, or like they'll say it in they'll say it in like the little like writing, or they'll have it in their like what am I trying to say, they'll have it in like
the
captions or something, or they'll just blatantly say like, sorry,
a lot of videos
I look like shit. I'm like, I don't give a fuck what you look like. And honestly, like, if people do give a fuck, like,
but also the thing is that like to say that you have to have some type of like predisposed notion of what they look like previously, which 90% of the time these people that show up on your for you page, you've never seen them before, so you don't know if that's like their average look.
You have no idea what they look like. And the thing is too, is like, I just feel like they're fishing for compliments too. Like, you don't look that bad. Absolutely. You don't look bad. You look great, girl, because you know damn well they spent 20 minutes, or who knows, probably longer, to like get their hair done, or like, I mean, because they don't look terrible. They always look fine. I mean, they look fine. They look mediocre, to be honest. Like, it's not a gorgeous photo, but it's also not like you look hideous either. It's just like you're a regular person doing regular life things. And
but that's like the great thing about TikTok is because like Instagram is for like you putting the like perfect picture on there. TikTok, the whole point is like no one gives a shit, and it's like the people's app. It's not like the celebrities. Like I have like 3 celebrities that I like follow that I like give a pass to if they pop up. Beyond that, I'm like, I don't like when celebrities pop up. This is about the people.
It's about the people. You know what else I love too? Okay.
What's up?
Okay. Ranted about hating when people say, I just look so bad. Sorry guys, I look so bad. What I love though is when people cry on TikTok.
Yeah, well, it's like literally the most like real app.
Yes, I'm like, oh yes, let me see those tears. Let me see those. Let me try to get one of those tears for me. You know, sometimes I just want to cry. Sometimes I just feel like crying because I'm depressed. And I watch those videos and I'm like, nothing.
Yeah, I've been following this one girl for so long. Her account is like currently like deleted, and so she had to start a new one. But she is so real. I've been following her like every day since like March. Like I go to like specifically.
Is this one who lives in a car?
Yeah, she doesn't anymore though. She actually moved to San Diego, and she has like a high-rise apartment now. She's like really moved up in life.
Wow, good for her.
But yeah, so like she though cries all the time on TikTok, and I'm like, yes, do it, cry, please.
My queen.
Yes, my queen.
My queen. I love that.
Yeah, TikTok is so different than any of like Facebook is just different. Like parents on, Oh my God, I have to tell you this story. Julie's gonna hate me, but I literally was dying laughing. So she posted, it was only up for a few minutes because I ended up texting her. For some reason, you know, like you get notifications for some people. So like when you post, I get a notification.
Really?
Um, yeah, if Julie posts, I don't know how to get rid of this, but for some reason I get a
You're like,
notification
I
for
don't
like,
want it. I don't
yeah,
want to see when you post. I don't
I don't
care.
need to know. Yeah. But like for like 6 random people, I get notifications. And so she ended up posting, I literally could not stop laughing. So she posted this video, and it's of this girl who's like in the Olympics, and she came in second, and the interviewer is like, it must be so devastating for you to come in second and not gold. And she's like, no, like I like practiced at like the YMCA. Like I'm so happy to have gotten gold. So anyways, it goes on for like 2 minutes, and it's clearly a bit. Like it's a comedic bit, and they're even standing in front of like a green screen. And at the top of it, it says, "If I came in second place at the Winter Olympics," right?
Mm-hmm.
And so, anyway, Julie shares this, and she writes. So, mind you, the woman who's like pretending that she won her Olympic gold medal or like the silver, is like she's a well-known like comedic actress. And so Julie reshares this though, and she writes, "What a strong and exceptional woman." And then clearly it's like a green screen, right? And I screenshot it and I sent it to Julie, and I was like, girl, you know this is fake, right? She's a comedian. And Julie's like, no, I'll delete it. God, this is why I never post anymore. I finally hit that age where I don't know anything anymore. And I was like, I just saw that it was like, oh my God, Julie's like an 80-year-old woman on her Facebook. And she's like, yep, that's me. I'll just be here knitting and nodding off to my soap opera. But that's like what Facebook has become. It's like a bunch of like old people just like resharing
Yes.
things that like are they're fake, or you know, like fake news, or like
Fake news.
literally like skits. And but I just thought it was so funny. Julie actually believed that was a
Oh,
real girl who like came in second at this year's Olympics. And also this year's Olympics, this was about winter sports. It was about snowboarding. This year's Olympics clearly summer.
we're in summer right now, Julie.
And I like wrote back to her and I was like, it even says if I won the Olympics at the top. And she was like, oh my God, I didn't see that. It's just the saddest thing. I just thought it was so fucking funny.
Oh my God, that's fucking hilarious. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I'm like sitting in my bed and I'm wearing my pajamas, and I'm wearing shorts because it's fucking hot, and like I'm sweating my ass off,
Oof.
like behind the knee, disgustingly sweaty.
Oh God.
Disgustingly sweaty, but it is what it is. I'm just kind of going with it.
Yeah, just you know,
I just wanted to give you an update because like I don't know, I'm very uncomfortable right now.
Oh my God.
Extremely uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's been so fucking humid here because we literally had a flash flood warning yesterday all day for like 12 hours. And it like stormed or whatever. But it was just so humid. It's like when it rains, you know. And so it's just like
Go figure.
literally sweating. Yeah, go figure.
Fuck,
That's it.
yeah,
That's my story.
it's miserable. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
fucking miserable. Yeah.
Ask you a question. So, because we did our little surveys when we posted our like about me, on Instagram, and it was our favorite places traveled and where you want to go.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me more about yours.
Oh, I don't know. I just literally picked it because that was the first thing that popped in my head.
What did you pick again? Greece?
I picked
Oh,
Iceland
Iceland.
as my like destination to travel, and then I picked the Swiss Alps.
That my friend used to live there.
Who?
Abigail.
She did? Abby?
Abby lived in the Swiss. I don't know, in the Alps. I don't. But she did live in Switzerland, I think, for a year or two.
Wow. Was she old enough to remember anything?
Yeah, I think this was like end of middle school, beginning of.
Wow. What
high
a
school.
well-traveled individual, you know?
I know, right?
I wish I could be like that. You know, I'm not well
Honestly,
traveled.
same.
Yeah.
No.
No, I don't really know anything about anything. Geography is my worst subject, which is hard to believe.
It's, yeah, incredibly hard.
Yeah.
Do you know what's baffling to me is that the map size, like the size of countries, is like incredibly fake, and that like the United States could like easily. I'm just staring at a map right now that's right behind you, but that like if you there's like a website or something where you can
Yeah.
drag different
TikTok?
states.
Find that on
Yeah, I
TikTok?
saw it on TikTok. I did. Yeah. No, I read an article about it. Um, and how you can drag, the things over. But like everything's so like messed with, and like everything's like
Yeah.
very inaccurate to how it's like put
Oh,
onto a map.
totally.
So I just feel incredibly
1000%.
lied to.
Yeah. Everything's a
Yeah.
scam. Don't believe anything.
Everything. Everything.
Everything. Everything.
My place though that I want to visit, because I feel like it's been stalking me, like legit stalking me, is Santorini. I don't know when it started stalking me, but like literally every few days something will pop up randomly. And like now that my phone listens to me, it'll just give me ads for Santorini.
Oh my
Um,
God.
I was watching Gossip Girl, and there's a whole fucking storyline of Serena having something gone down in Santorini. And so, like,
Yeah.
every few episodes, they kept bringing up Santorini, and I was like, I'm like,
Mm-mm.
literally getting stalked. So yeah, so I feel like I need to go to Santorini at this point.
I think you should.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's an absolute must before the
What's
Delta
going on with your
variant.
eyes? You look like you're dead in the eyes right now.
Before everything turns off, before the Delta variant gets you fucked up.
Fucked up. I'm getting fucked up by Delta.
By
By
Delta.
probably the airline and the
Yeah, I don't
and
know which
COVID.
one we mean. I don't know. Is it Delta Air or is it the variant? We will never know.
We've not talked about wanting to go anywhere.
Oh yeah, because we're depressed. So that's the thing. This is the tricky part here.
The tricky part is that we want to travel places, but we're broke and depressed.
And also kind of trying to escape reality too. So like this is a very tricky situation that I think we'll have to definitely get like a third opinion on, because I just feel like I never leave the house. Well, I leave the house a little bit. You never leave the house.
I never leave the house.
You never leave the house. She like is bebopping around all the time. She traveled so many places. So I feel like we all handle our like situations differently. You know what I'm saying? Like we can talk about this when she gets here, but we could talk about how you and I considered, because we didn't know what to do with our lives.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, we considered the Peace Corps. We spent 3 hours solidly talking about joining the Peace Corps.
Yeah, going to Ukraine.
Yeah, going to Ukraine because it's the coolest place with no bugs.
With no humidity.
We were like, as I was set on, I was like, I want to go to like somewhere in Africa. Like, I want to see some like animals. I want to.
I had to give you a reality check real quick.
Yeah, because like if I see one, I literally had a spider last night, like above my bed, almost had a breakdown. And so if I can only imagine the spiders that they like. Did you know? Okay, I once again learned this on TikTok, and I did ask Abby about it because she's from Australia. But I was like, I saw a video of this woman talking about how Australia has spider, like toilet spiders, where they keep spiders behind their toilets, and they're like big spiders. They're like this big, behind their toilets, and that they're just always there, and that they'll like eat other things that like maybe come through the windows or whatever, and they're just always there. And like I had to swipe so fast past the video because they like showed one, and the spider was so huge, and I was like, I'm gonna get nightmares tonight because of this. And so I asked Abby, I was like, I couldn't go back and watch the video. I only saw half the video, but like, I need to know, is this true? Because if this is true, I'm never going to Australia. And she was like, it depends on like the household you're at and like where you're at But she's like, I have seen people who have like spiders in their bathroom. And she's like, but it's not like that common. And I was like, the fact that it's even a thing though. Babe, the fact that it's even a thing. I was like, I'm out.
Goodbye.
I'm out. If I'm going to Australia, I need to
Goodbye.
go to like a 5-star hotel. And
With no
even
spiders.
then, with no, I need that in the description. No spiders.
No fucking spiders.
No
Ew,
spider.
gross.
It's terrifying. I don't know what got me on this tangent here. Oh, us going to the Peace Corps. So yeah. So anyway, I
Yeah.
would not do well in like Africa. Like I want to go, but I just don't know if I could. Anyway, so we decided on the Ukraine, and then we spent
Yes.
like a good 3 hours, researching about Ukraine, and to find out that you need a degree to join the fucking Peace Corps. If I'm dedicating, is this like the army for like, but not the army? So why do I need a bachelor's degree to go to Ukraine?
Yeah, so that kind of really cut us. And also the fact that you had to commit for a year and a half.
A long time.
That was also rubbed us the wrong way.
They don't give you that much money after that
I
year
know.
and a half. If they gave me, like what they were paying the army, sure, sign me up, send me to fucking Africa with the giant spiders, But the fact that they leave you after 18 months with $10,000, babe, that's not even minimum wage.
It's not. No, it's not. I can promise.
Not even like the United States is like $7.25 minimum wage. Like it's not even that minimum wage.
No.
So anyway, after a long time, we just decided maybe we should just go on vacation.
So then we were kind of like, well, we're kind of depressed. We kind of want to do something. We kind of want to make people, want to give back in some way. But then we just realized.
Yes. We did look into, what is it? Teaching
Teach
English.
for America. Yeah, Teach for America.
In Spain.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm still on board to do.
Yeah,
You're like, not so much anymore.
The feeling has faded a little bit, but I'm down for it. I'm down. I mean, but so we wanted to give back, and then we kept talking and stuff, and then we just realized maybe we just want to go on vacation.
Yeah.
Maybe we could just like give back to our communities around here, walk some dogs.
And then go on vacation. And it's also all these places where you can like give back. You have to pay like $6,000 to go spend like 2 weeks in another country to give back.
And almost die from all the bugs that bite you.
Do you know where I can go for $6,000? I can have a very lavish trip in Santorini. And then also give $2,000 away to charity.
That's right. That's right.
They're skimming off. They have to be skimming off the top for these things. I'm not buying it.
Have to.
They have to. It's a Ponzi scheme. I'm calling it now. It's a Ponzi scheme.
1,000%. But I feel like we should probably include Christine in this conversation because
let's take a break and we'll be right back with Christine.
Right back with our new guest. All right, here we are. Welcome back. So
with Christine. So we have Christine with us.
Yeah, this is Christine. So Christine, why don't you tell us, a little bit about you, who you are, how old you are, if you're depressed like us, or or if you're like on a high, just give a little something, a little taste of where you're mentally at right now.
So I am Christine. I am from the Central Valley. I am 26. Ooh, a little scary. It's scary. It's scary.
It's okay. We're both 27, so it's fine.
And I think right now, honestly, to be honest, I'm a little depressed, but I think it's because of other things from the past weekend. I actually went to a festival from the past weekend, and so I'm coming down from a little high. But I was, especially during COVID, I was a little depressed, not knowing what direction I wanted to go in life. I had applied to PT schools probably 2 or 3 times prior after graduating and didn't get in, didn't think I was going to get in again, and thought I had to figure out a plan B and C. And I remember Ashley telling me one day, she said, God forbid you don't get in this time. Do you want to, join the Peace Corps? And
I said this a few times, Shelby.
a few
Yeah,
times.
I know. Well, it's a real option. I mean, honestly, if you want to like leave for 18 months, it's not a bad deal because they
You're
do
kind
pay
of
for
leaving your
everything.
life. Yeah, you're kind
Yeah.
of leaving your life, but it's gonna come back. You're gonna come back.
I
to
know like
shit.
we were shitting on it like beforehand that they don't like pay you a lot, but still like at the end of the day, like they are paying, I guess, for everything while you're away. So it's very easy to kind of like leave
Yeah.
and then you can come back.
When Ashley told me, I was just thinking, why do we have to do the Peace Corps? Can't we just travel? Why do we have to do work? Why can't we just leave? I'm down for that.
Yeah, and that's literally Ashley and I had a whole discussion about it, and that's what we decided on too. Like maybe we should just, nix out the Peace Corps part and just go on vacation.
Let's just fuck it. Let's just go on a 3-month vacation.
I was down for that. I was not down to do some labor, I did not have it in my heart, didn't have the energy to be kind and do some hardworking stuff. So I just thought, I want to be selfish. Sorry, Ashley. We're just going to travel.
We're gonna fucking travel. Yeah. That never happened though.
Clearly.
But to be fair, COVID took a toll because we were supposed to
Yeah,
go.
because you guys had a trip planned, right? That was last May.
Yeah, we were supposed to go April. We were supposed to go to where were we supposed to go, Christine? England?
We were supposed to go to England, Paris, and that is in France.
Yeah,
Amsterdam.
And Amsterdam.
Yeah.
And Amsterdam. That's it.
Did you guys have like something on the horizon planned to kind of replace that, or is it just,
Oh no.
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 There were several times where we wanted to travel like a getaway trip to, I think, Temecula? Out of all the places.
No, we were gonna go. I think we were gonna go. Well, we were gonna go to Oregon for a minute.
We were.
Okay, yeah.
Remember? Didn't that's where the other Christine went?
Oh yeah, Oregon.
Portland, Oregon. Yeah, Portland.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna go there for a second to visit, and then we were gonna do Temecula or Palm Springs or something.
Okay.
With,
yeah, so just like
our other friend. Yeah,
getaways.
just like close getaway. Oh, because everything's been COVID, so it's like we can't really do anything.
No.
And then finally, when we have some freedom, we're like, fuck yeah, like we can go do shit now. Then the Delta variant
comes out of nowhere. I know my grandma, she was supposed to go because she normally goes to Scotland every 2 years, 3 years, whatever it is. And so she was supposed to go last year. We all were supposed to go. No, or was it this year? I don't know. Anyway, because of COVID, we couldn't. And so she planned it, and she has her tickets planned for this December. And I'm like, honey.
Yeah.
Don't get your hopes up.
Don't get your hopes up.
We were open for like probably good 2 weeks, and then now it's just going downhill even faster.
I know. No, and you know what? They what was it? Okay, do you remember that girl that what's her name? Marion or whatever, she's the astrologist from TikTok.
Oh, yeah. I don't remember her name, but yeah.
Literally predicted this though. It's fucking weird.
I know. She popped up the other day again with another prediction.
Yes, she literally predicted. So last year, or like late last year, she predicted that for wherever the planets were aligned or whatever, she said that we're gonna have a taste of freedom from like May to July or something.
I think July, yeah. It was
literally
exactly.
It's exactly. And then she's like, we're gonna go back into lockdown, and then 2022 will be more open. Like it'll have more of a like steady opening.
Well, at this point, I think she has for like the first half of 2022. It's not looking so hot, and then it'll go back.
Are you kidding me? I'm getting old here.
I know. We're wasting our 20s, people.
I know.
Yeah, my 30th birthday for the funeral that I'm having is gonna be like me by myself indoors.
Yeah, and literally, nobody's gonna be able to celebrate you physically.
Honestly, I wish we can just not count the past like year. Can we just subtract it from our age?
Technically, Shelby's turning 27.
Yeah.
Technically,
I'm just skipping. No, I need to start going backwards. We're 26. I'm gonna, instead of deducting, I'm just gonna add, really just take away here. So
there we go.
I'm gonna go now because I'm Benjamin buttoning it.
She's Benjamin buttoning this bitch. Oh my god, that's so fucking funny.
That's why, honestly, I'm so happy. I went to like a music festival, and I just kept thinking, oh my God, this is the worst place
Was
I
it
could be.
Lollapalooza?
It was Hard Summer. I was hard.
Okay.
I feel like, but I was over here grabbing drinks from random people, hugging everyone,
Oh,
taking
no.
Camelback like sips, and I looked at myself in the morning. I thought, you have COVID. Yeah, I know you do. This is horrible. You can't. What are you doing? What are you doing? But it's been 2 days. I think we're fine.
Yeah, she's fine.
Oh my
She's
God.
fine.
And we're gonna go back in lockdown. I'll just, be in my
It's
house.
fine. Exactly. This is your
This is
moment.
not going to bode well if you give your
Mother-in-law, soon to be
yeah.
mother-in-law.
First time you meet her, you give her COVID.
I was thinking that too. I texted my boyfriend and I said, "Is your mom a hugger? Can I give her a hug?" And he's like, "Oh, go ahead and give her a hug." And I thought, what if I do have COVID and give it to her? But then I thought, I can just blame it on you, Sim.
Yeah,
You
because
were
they
there
went together.
You were with me too. I'm blaming it on you. It's okay.
If she gets it, we'll delete this podcast.
Yeah.
We'll delete all the evidence.
Delete it, please. I even asked him, I was like, I'm going to be on Ashley and Shelby's podcast today. What can and I cannot say? And he was like, oh, it's fine. Say whatever you want. And I'm like, okay, you said it.
If you say
Here we
so.
go.
We're gonna ask the hard-hitting questions.
There we go.
Our hard-hitting question, would you join the Peace Corps?
Yeah, would you join the Peace Corps?
Honestly, I would not. I wouldn't.
Yeah, I think our time has.
I think if they like gave options of like 6 months, I would probably be much more down. But 18 months is a long time.
It's a
Mhm.
long time. It's a long time.
And
to
it's
be
not like
away.
you can like get on a plane and leave. Like they have you. Like you cannot leave.
You signed a fucking contract.
You can
Yeah.
leave though. Medical,
Can you?
remember? I
Oh,
had a
medical.
Yeah, medical.
Medical.
I'm gonna break a leg. Don't worry, guys.
I would just have like a bee sting me and be like, I'm out. I'm out.
The funny thing is, I had a friend, her name's Frances. She was in the Peace Corps in South Africa. She had to come back early because she had to get back surgery. They told her she had to get back surgery. So she ended early. Ended up, they told her, no, you don't need back surgery. You just need to lose weight. And she was like, are you serious right now? Like, are you kidding me?
They did not want her to leave.
It was like, but she told me a lot of people left early because of like asthma. What was another thing? Like a lot of medical stuff. And that's your way to get out early if you wanted to. Just claim
For
you
how to
needed
leave the Peace Corps.
That's how you know. That's hacks to get out of Peace Corps.
Hacks. Yeah. Okay.
Fucking
Well,
dead.
then that's probably not to join, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't want to. I don't want to turn 30 in the Peace Corps. That's even more depressing.
God, how depressing is that?
Instead
Helping
of like
people,
my
giving back.
like having a funeral for my 20s, I'm literally just gonna have a funeral.
Oh God, sticky tape and everything.
sticky tape.
Sticky tape and
Oh my
everything.
God.
Post-it
Sticky tape
notes
and
too.
everything. Post-it notes.
Notes.
Whatever
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
get.
X's. X marks the
X's.
spot.
Oh man.
Oh my God, that's so funny. I know. And so we're fucking horrible with transitions. So I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
we're
throw it
terrible
right.
at transition.
We're
What
terrible.
else do we
Yeah.
have to
No.
hit?
Yeah. Well, I just wanted to hit because Christine, were you always a traveler? Because you've traveled a lot.
Yeah, I travel a lot. I would say it was because a family member, we had this one family member, she was just a very close family friend, and she traveled a lot. Like her mom made sure to go push her out. She went to Japan for a year, taught over there. And so she became like the role model for my sister and my cousin and I to go travel. And my mom too would always talk about, when I was single, I went here and here when I was single. And so it became like a thing for us to go travel. And then I think my personality is, when things gets hard, I like to go run away and just detach from everything. And traveling was like the best way for me. So I think that's why COVID was really hard, because I couldn't go anywhere. And if I did go somewhere, it was mostly family trips.
Oh God.
And I
Which
just
is
kept
what you were
thinking,
probably trying to escape from.
exactly. I just remember thinking, like, why am I here? Why am I here?
Oh my God. Oh, it's so fucking funny. And yeah, so both of you have Aquarius moons.
Is that part of like just wanting to leave it all behind?
Yeah, pretty much.
I was like, I have no, she tells me all the time about my moon, my sun, my rising. I don't know what that, like, moon is mostly like how you deal
Like,
with things.
yeah, like your emotions and shit. And Aquariuses don't.
I don't.
Actually, Shelby is all Earth, which doesn't have time for emotion.
Well,
like
Aquarius isn't.
no, Aquarius
Earth.
isn't. But your sun is an Earth sign, so she's a Virgo sun,
Yeah.
and she's
And rising.
and your rising is Capricorn. So she's
So
like
it's very emotionless.
It's very emotionless because there's no point to emotions. Like, it's like a waste of time. Like, Earth signs just don't have time for emotion. Like, it's a waste. But like air signs, so Christine's 2 air. She's like 2 air signs. She's actually double Aquarius. And then she does have a moon or a rising water
Pisces?
sign. Yeah, she's a Pisces. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so like they think about their feelings, but they don't want to deal with their feelings because they're just more into the idea of the feeling versus actually dealing with the feeling. So it's like, it's intriguing, but like they don't want to touch it. It's like a burden for them.
If I get too close to it, I run
she
away.
She doesn't deal
I
with
don't like it.
She travels, basically. She travels is what
That's
I
the
run.
escape, yeah.
She runs. She's escaping.
I'm escaping.
Were you always an escape artist, Christine, even when you were a kid?
I think so. Because I think my sister dealt with her emotions. She's very emotional. Like, I saw firsthand how it could be too much. And so I knew I didn't want to be like that. Not saying it was bad, not saying it was bad at all, but I just knew one of us had to stay more of the stable, emotionless side.
Yeah.
And then I think the same thought of, why would I waste my time with this?
Yeah.
Let me just do something else.
Yeah, let me just figure something else out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let me distract myself with something.
Exactly. So I do feel like I try and plan things too, since traveling can be a little bit more expensive. So I try and plan, like, do little hobbies, meet friends as like a way to distract myself as well. Yeah. That's
She's
us.
friendly. She's friendly. She's a friendly little shit.
I try.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, that's kind of, so we just want to talk about like the like travel side of things, and like how we just kind of escape from our feelings and our emotions, and then just kind of like our childhood shit, just like our our way of dealing with it.
I think traveling's way better than if I were to deal with it with, like, drinking or like drugs. So
1,000%.
So I'm like, I would rather travel.
Let's just go. Let's just escape.
It's a way healthier vice.
It's a way healthier vice. A little, and maybe not more expensive, because drugs and alcohol are kind of expensive.
They are. Yeah. But the interesting thing is, I love traveling. I like, I'm not very, I think we talked about this, Ashley. We like to have like an idea of what we're going to do while we're traveling. But if it doesn't go that way, that's fine. But at least we have an idea, like some schedule. Set.
Oh yeah, I'm the same way. I need some form of an outline. Like, obviously, if things don't work out, you can roll with the punches. But like, I need like something to like structure a day.
Every day.
And I think that's also why, like, I like traveling, because I'm like, okay, I'll have one. I learned over the years, just have one set plan in that day, and everything else can, it can happen.
Revolved around it.
It can happen or it cannot happen. And the interesting thing is, when traveling with other people, you kind of start seeing you learn a lot. I also learned you learn a lot about someone else when traveling.
Yes.
Which I was very excited about traveling with Ashley because it was just going to be us alone in Europe. And I thought,
Are you though? Are you? Were you excited? Because I'm gonna be honest.
I was so
Yeah,
excited.
if I remember correctly, when Ashley and I went to Scotland, she had a bit of a meltdown there.
Yeah, I'm the emotional one. Okay, I have a lot of water in me.
But I feel like we're good because when she is having a panic, like a nervous breakdown or anything, and I know I come in and I know I have to pick it up for us like a couple. I'll be the one.
She's good to put it on her back. She's gonna carry me on her back. But you know what? To be fair, we so for my birthday last year, we did we bungee jumped. Well, I bungee jumped.
Yeah.
Christina's already bungee jumped. She gave me the inspiration.
from the
Yes,
side.
she cheered from the side. And but anyway, when we were doing that, we were hiking up the it's like a 5 mile, it's like a 5 mile hike to get to this jump spot, which is, and it's like another 5 miles obviously to get down. And it was, my birthday's in July, so it's the hottest.
It's always like one of the hottest days.
Yes, and I think it was the hottest weekend of the year. Anyway, we brought as much water as we could, but it was a disaster. We were already running late. We got there. Parking was a bitch. And that's why we were late, because parking was a bitch. And then we had to like walk like a half a mile to get. So we literally walked like 11 miles to get to we had to walk half a mile to get to location.
It's a lot of effort to jump off
a cliff.
Thought that too. Just
jump off
your body. Fling your body off the bridge.
That's how much I was struggling that I would rather fling myself off a cliff.
Yeah, you were in a dark place. You were like, I have to walk 11 miles to fling myself off a cliff.
I will do it.
To feel something, it's gonna happen.
I'm so disturbed and so intrigued at the same time by this.
I know, it gets better. So
you wait.
Just you wait. So because it was COVID, we had to all take our temperatures and stuff, but we didn't have enough time because we were literally catching up with the
and you were probably on fire. Like,
yes.
How could you take your temperature after a 5 mile walk?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's what we were saying. So literally we got there and we sat there for like 10 minutes while they were talking to us. I'm like, okay, well, the people who didn't show up on time, let's get your temperatures now. Bitch, it was fucking it was like 97 degrees and we were hiking and it's fucking hot and up this hill, and so they took our temperature. It was like 102.
And I think they had the audacity to ask us, "Are you feeling okay?
Are you
what?
Are you fucking kidding me? Like,
I'm just a little hot because I've been hiking.
Just fucking hot because I've been hiking for the last 2.5 hours.
Oh my
And then
God.
they were like, well, there's a chance, like, if your fever doesn't go down, we're gonna have to you're gonna have to go home, like, you can't be with us, basically.
Yeah.
So then I was like, I wasn't even nervous to do the jump because I was like, fuck this, I'm going, because I paid this much money to do this and this time and this effort to feel goddamn something, you know what I mean?
And I'm gonna jump off this bridge.
I'm gonna fling myself off this bridge. Fling myself.
Like, either I'm gonna be roped or not. It's up to you.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So then we finally our temperature goes down because we're literally dousing ourselves, wasting our water, FYI, wasting our water, just pouring it on us because we're trying to cool ourselves down. And then finally I'm obviously able enough to do it, and I fling myself off.
You did it, yeah.
Safely. I'm still here to this day. So it was a rush. It was definitely a rush. I felt great for 20 minutes, and then we were like, okay, let's hike back. Let's just go. We're not gonna we don't need the guides to go with us.
It was 4 p.m. too. We were we're hungry. All we have is mushed up peanut butter sandwiches.
Yes.
In our backpack. The sun has been directly hitting it.
Disgusting.
I want to go home. I want to go home.
And it was we got free Slurpees because it was 7-Eleven.
Mm-hmm.
On 7-Eleven gives you free Slurpees.
Yeah.
So we start hiking. We're just follow the water. They kept saying, if you want to leave, just follow the water. Just follow the water. Well, there's water going up and there's water going down. Where the fuck do we go? So we started getting lost. Go figure.
We were pretty much climbing the side of the mountain.
We're scaling.
we're scaling the mountain. We see people from our group throwing up because it's so hot. I was thinking,
God.
and
We're
then
not gonna make it.
we got quiet. Like when Ashley and I are in a situation where we're panicking internally, aggravated, we're just dead silent. And we're like spaced out between each other.
Yeah,
too.
literally, I was like, I don't want to say anything because I'm gonna say something mean. And she was like, I don't want to freak her out because I'm fucking scared. I don't think we couldn't figure it out. So finally, we started like walking to people, and we're like, can we just follow you? Do you know where you're going? Literally, because we're like, we have no idea. And then to top it all off, we finally get it to the entrance. Right, we still have a half a mile to get to the car. So, and like we're dead. Our feet are like all
no water.
Yeah, we ran out of water. And it was fucking hot. And we kept saying like, oh, well, I'm gonna be honest, I was nervous. Like I didn't know where we were going, like whatever. And both of us were like that. And I was like, yeah, oh, God, I'm so glad we're done. And then all of a sudden we hear this.
They're towing cars.
No.
Yes. And so Christine somehow musters up the energy to run down the hill. And I'm like, I'll catch up with you, Christine.
I was so scared because we didn't have any service. I knew we parked in a no parking zone, and I knew we don't have water. And I was like, this is going to be horrible. So my fingers, both our fingers were like chubby little sausages because they're swelling up so much. And I'm just like waddling down.
Yeah, she couldn't run because we were dead. She couldn't run, but she was walking as fast as she could. And I was like at a swamp, like I was literally crawling on the floor.
Oh no.
Just to find out, luckily it was only this, but we got a ticket. We ended up getting a ticket.
Okay.
Which is fine, but
it's
at least
way better than getting towed. Yeah.
Oh my, and we didn't have any service. So it was like horrifying. Anyway, so then we realized maybe we could travel together because we'll just be quiet.
I thought that too. I said that was probably such a like bad situation because we had no service, no water. We were so hot.
So fucking hot.
We were in the worst state of our life right there. And
oh my God.
All we did was just be quiet.
Yeah, and we were just quiet, both of us. And I had asked a couple of other friends to go with us, like for my birthday, because it was my birthday. But luckily they all flaked. Which thank God, because I wouldn't have been able to worry about other, like, I know one of my friends would have been complaining. Both of them would have been complaining, but one of them, I don't know if would have made it, to be honest. And then the other one would have just complained the whole time, and I would have just been annoyed / worried / I can't deal with you right now. Yeah. It was bad. So thank God they didn't go.
Yeah,
anyway,
honestly.
that's our travel story. That's our one and only travel story.
Is it really our only one?
Alone, I think.
Alone, yeah.
When I went, I went on a trip with my friend Julie, and I only knew her because we did like 3 countries in 10 days, and I only knew her for like 4 or 5 months before we went, and I was like, this could be a disaster. Like we don't even know each other that well, and then on top of it, like traveling, as you guys were saying, like it's so intense, like if you could go one way or the other. And I was like, this is going to be a disaster. And it ended up working out really well. But yeah, you have to like really know someone, or like you get to know someone really well by traveling.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
You're with someone all the time.
24/7.
24/7.
No. I mean, you can leave them for a little bit, but like you can't leave them for that long.
No. And you don't, like in a foreign country, like you don't really want to like stray too far from like the person you're traveling with.
Yeah.
I did travel with my sister for probably, I think, 3 weeks in Europe. We were fine. We didn't really fight that much. Got back, didn't talk for 6 months after.
You guys were like, we're good. We've had enough.
We're good. We're not going to do this.
We got our fill, our 6 months worth of fill.
Yes, and we can't talk to each other. And like everything just blew up. And then now we're just like, okay, maybe we could do it again. Maybe. We'll see.
Maybe not for 3 weeks. Maybe for like a week.
I would do a week. Maybe even a weekend.
A weekend, maybe. Try a weekend first.
You know.
Ease your way into it.
But she's the same way too. She likes to run away. I think I told Ashley that week or the 3 weeks we went to Europe, she was like, oh, it's fine. I'll just ask my job for 2 weeks off. It'll be fine. 2 weeks before we're about to leave, she decides to ask them, finally.
Oh,
Of course, they said
no.
no. Of course, they said, no, you can't. So what did she do? She said, I'm quitting. I'm just going to quit. I don't like this job anyways. I'm quitting. So she quit, and she goes, while we're traveling too, she goes, you know what? I'm going to move out of that apartment too. So the day after we came back, she packed all her stuff, and then she moved back home. And I just thought, you're
The girl
crazy.
changed her entire life.
Exactly.
3
So
weeks.
that just shows you don't need the Peace Corps. You just need to do rash decisions.
Yeah,
You'll
that's
be
right,
fine.
baby.
Wow. Good for her though, to make those decisions like on the spot. I could never.
I mean,
I could never.
she's a wild one. She goes to extreme. She went to Japan by herself, and during that time, she in the morning, the day of her flight, she wakes me up. She goes, I have an interview for a job, but I also have my paper due this week while I'm in Japan, and I realized I don't have a pocket Wi-Fi. If I don't have a pocket Wi-Fi, I can't turn in my final while I'm in Japan. Can you look for it? So at like 7 a.m., she's in a like interview. She's still trying to pack for Japan, and I'm online trying to order her a pocket Wi-Fi. Somehow it all worked out, and she had the best time. Did her final, was passed the class, and I just looked at her and I said, I don't know if I could have done it, but you did it. You did it.
She fucking did it. It's like I was friends with her at the time. I was like, she was telling me in real life, in real time. Like I literally, my sister has an interview. She was getting her master's at the time. And like this is like one of her like finals. Like this is like could have been like her thesis at some point. Like it was like a 20-page paper or something.
Mm-hmm.
And that she had to work on. She's like, oh, I'll just work on it on the plane. Casual. I'll just work on it on the plane, even though it was due like literally that day. And yeah, I can't imagine the amount of stress that she has to work on. Yeah, but sounds like she thrives off of it. Because
She does thrive on it. She
Yeah.
likes it. She likes to, speaking of running away, she loves it. I mean, she did it right before COVID too. She ran a marathon, hopped on the
Literally.
plane to Paris, still
Wow.
soaked in all her musty like sweat from the marathon, hopped on a plane to Paris and London. And then they were about to stay when the lockdown was announced. And she was like, oh, it'll be fine. Let me live my life. I'm here having high tea. And we're over here
Wow.
freaking out. But it worked out. She's I thought too. I was like, damn it, Ashley, we should have just gone too.
yeah, it was that we should have gone that weekend. Versus 2 weeks later or 3 weeks later or some shit. Because we were like, we were naive enough to be like, oh, well, the pandemic's gonna be done. And like, it's not the
I think
pandemic.
everyone was thinking that though at that point.
Yeah,
like it's gonna last, 8 weeks, 3 months, and it'll blow over. And here we are, like a year and a half later.
And we're going wild. We're like, we need to fit everything in that we missed in the last year.
Everything.
Fill our depression that we had. Let
Fill
us
it
get
up.
some.
Fill it up. Fill it up. Fill it up. Oh my god. So funny. Yeah, we're gonna fling ourselves off this
Bridge.
off a bridge. Moral of the story: just fling yourself off a bridge to feel something.
Yep.
Next time, we'll just do skydiving. We'll fling ourselves off
out of a plane.
Out of a plane, but we'll
Oh,
do it with a
God.
nice scenery.
There you
go. To make it feel better.
Oh my god, so fucking funny.
Okay. Well, thank you, Christine, for joining us.
Thank you for
Yeah.
having me.
It was
I want
so
to do
much
it
fun.
again. It was a lot of fun.
Don't worry, you will.
Okay, I'm excited.
Don't worry, you're invited back.
Thank you. Invite me back several times. I'm ready.
All right, guys. Well,
Okay, well, that's it.
That's it. That's all we got.
I'll see you guys later.
Yeah, we'll see you guys later.
Bye.
All right, bye.
Bye.